Hello friends, welcome to EduCBA's program on CFA Calculator and its usages in the CFA Level 1 exam, Level 2 exam as well as Level 3 exams. Now what we have seen is that those students may like to use calculator to fast forward the processes of coming to the solutions. We have seen that majority of the students actually struggle while they do calculations and they are unable to find time to solve the problems. So the objective of this course is clearly defined. How do you find time to solve the problems and spend less time on your calculators? The idea being that if you are able to save time, which is the calculation intensive time, historically we have seen that people spend a lot of time in doing calculations, and if you're really efficient in this, you can actually save up to 30 minutes of your precious time in the examination. And think of this, that 30 minutes meaning that you will be able to do something like 20 extra questions. That again means almost 5 to 10% increase in your final scores. So if you become efficient in doing calculations, you should be able to save approximately 30 minutes, meaning approximately 10% of your marks can be just increased by optimizing this whole process. So let us look at the learning objectives of this course. If you look at the topic-wise breakup of CFA Level 1 examination, you may note that there would be certain topics that will require high usage of calculators, and there would be many that may not require heavy dope of calculator as such. Say for example ethics. Primarily ethics is driven by paragraphs and more text oriented content and questions. So usage of calculator is only limited to GIPS when we discussed those elements of portfolio calculations and methodologies associated with it. So here this would be something like a regular usage here. Okay. However, when we talk about the quantitative methods and analysis, here it will require heavy dope of a calculator usage. So what we'll do is we'll divide our calculator usage into two kinds. So let me write that calculator, and we will divide this into two parts, one being the regular usage and second we'll write this as a specialized usage. Okay. Now the regular usage would mean that there would be functions like plus or minus or multiplication or finding the square root or square of these. So think of the elements which are here. These could be classified as the regular usage. Now there are two aspects to the calculator when it comes to the calculation. One is the function key which is available directly when we press this, and second is, you may note this button called second, and once you click on this, the functions which are immediately above these elements get activated. So we are not talking about these functions which are written in yellow here. The regular functions would be something like plus, minus, division of that sort. So if you look at ethics and professional standards, maybe you may just require regular usage, economics, corporate finance, financial reporting and analysis, and quantitative analysis. In fact, if you look at corporate finance, there are areas which require specialized attention. Now what could be those? These are related to something like NPVs or IRRs. So this is where corporate finance spends a lot of time in discussing NPVs, IRRs, cash flows. So think of this as, when we talk about corporate finance, we will be discussing this area. Okay, corporate finance. Now economics, as far as I understand, only a regular usage would do. Financial reporting and analysis. Financial reporting and analysis is kind of a mixed version. In most cases you will be okay if you are if you just understand the basic mathematical operators. However, there are functions like depreciation and some kind of amortization table and bond accounting that can also be done, which we will also learn here. So some specialized observations which we will learn. Quantitative methods, obviously it consists of regular operations as well as specialized ones. Think of this line here, which consists of N, I by Y, PV, PMT and FV. This is nothing but all terminologies associated with time value of money. So heavy dosages of time value of money in quantitative methods and analysis, and in addition to that you may note that there are elements of statistics which are also included in quantitative analysis. So here we'll spend actually a lot of time learning quantitative analysis and how calculator can be used for that. Okay, now coming to the alternative investments, a regular usage would do. Derivatives, a regular usage would be fine. Equity investment, a regular usage would be okay. As well as fixed income, you may note that in fixed income a regular usage of calculator with this chunk here would be absolutely okay. But in addition to that, there are certain elements of bond related calculations which you can also do. So we'll discuss this as well in our scheme of things. So as to summarize what we are going to do, regular usage of calculator is more or less in all the topic areas. So we have 4 specialized areas. Number 1 is the corporate finance. Here we have the quantitative analysis, and we see that some parts of financial reporting and analysis also make use of the specialized areas as well as the fixed income. So there are 4 modules here, and we have the regular module which consists of regular usage of the function. The first thing that we are going to discuss is the regular usage. Then we will come to the quantitative analysis specialized usage. Okay. Number 3, we'll go to the corporate finance specialized usages. Number 4, financial reporting and analysis, and number 5 will come to the fixed income. One more thing that will be discussed beyond these 5 points is at point number 0, that is the setup of the calculator, because many of us may not be fully aware of the setup and how to increase or decrease the decimal places or the overall calculator outlook. So that will be discussed as step 0 before we move to the regular functions and the approaches as we have discussed here. So let's go rocking and work around our calculator and save time and score more in our examination.